folks in this room have to develop your menus. All of these factors are impacting menu development. The great American middle class, this economic engine, has come off the tracks. There is continuing disruption in the world order. Political disruption, demographic disruption, social implications, cultural implications.
11 hours per day are spent consuming electronic media. If you think about it, if you add in 7 or 8 hours of sleep a day, I mean, that's like 5 hours where the consumer is either not being bombarded with media or on their phones or sleeping. So the consumer's taking what's on the surface as fact and reality often, instead of being able to dig deeper because you're moving on to the next thing. If you don't control the message, that message could get out of hand or be false, and then the consumer believes it and it can spiral out of hand.
So we know that the demographics of the country are changing. Currently, there are about 322 million people in the US. We are expecting to grow by 13 million people in the next 5 years, by 36 million in the next 15 years. And most of that growth that we're seeing is happening in the 55 plus segment, 80% growth.
This group of consumers tends to be higher income. They want value and quality. Service is a key element with this group.
Of course, the boomers, for most of you in this room, they are the future. It's important to remember the clout that they represent. They're number one in terms of household wealth and in terms of food spending, both at home and away from home.
So a county that is green indicates that the largest age cohort in that county is 0 to 19-year-olds. The light blue is 20 to 39, dark blue is 40 to 59, and the gray, that county's largest age group is 60 plus. So 6 years ago it was 10%. Today, 30% of the counties where the largest age group is 60 plus. This is in 14 years. They are more likely to be influenced by claims related to health and to safety.
We think fewer ingredients are healthier, and we think free from foods, right? Free from any artificial additives, preservatives, colors, flavors, right? Hormones, antibiotics, they're better for this. But you see, while we want all of that, a minority say, well, yeah, I want it, but I'll pay more for it. Is it more expensive to eat at Chipotle than at Taco Bell? Consumers will pay more when these foods are properly promoted. It would be easier for me to put up a chart of major chains who are not somehow introducing clean foods and or animal welfare. You can see they say they will be cage-free by 2025. McDonald's has said the same thing. McDonald's, the largest user, as you know, of eggs in food service, 2 billion eggs a year. I am really liking the notion of simplicity. How many ingredients? 6. That's our focaccia dough, simply amazing.
So 85% of all consumers say that it's extremely important. I really take the quality of the ingredients, the freshness of ingredients into account when choosing a restaurant. And you don't see that change much across generational groups. When they view a restaurant that sticks to what they do and they do that thing really well, then they view you as a choice.
We also know that millennials drive the growth in organics, as well the younger consumers. They care about things like animal welfare, like worker welfare, like sustainably sourced, like fair trade. Those things all matter to them. My dad thinks lasagna is ethnic food. Millennials aren't going to think that. They're reaching for bulgogi, they're having sushi, they're eating curry. They're looking for brands with compelling stories to help them engage with the brand, to help them care, to give them a reason to believe in the brand.
No hotter food than plant food, than vegetables, plant-driven foods taking over the place. This is from Houlihan's, which has jumped in with both feet on the spiralized trend, right, where you replace the typical noodle. The American Vegetarian Association has certified 13 of Taco Bell's entrees. They're speaking directly to their core audience, which is the millennial consumer.
So this group prioritizes ingredients. They're starting to think about that. Where does the food come from? Where does the seafood come from? They like those unique and seasonal items. They also want an atmosphere that's designed for socializing, so it's not just about the food. They tend to be more on the full service, polished, casual end. So Bonefish Grill, Maggiano's, and Chuy's really pop out for this group.
In 2010, 2/3 of Americans were non-Hispanic white, but you'll see that line at the top is continuing to decline, and the Hispanic share of population will go from 16% in 2010 to almost 1/3 in 2060. 2/3 of them said they always or often consider their Hispanic heritage when making food choices. Already tortilla shells outsell hamburger buns. Salsa outsells ketchup. Past year growth for the cheese category overall was 2.2%. Hispanic cheeses were more than double that, where growth in the Mexican segment among limited service restaurants is more than 50% higher than the industry average.
Here you can see that consumers continue to really like ethnic foods. Classic Persian cuisine here from Arby's. They've got 2 gyros in the market. One is roast beef, one is turkey. So here you see a couple of great examples. Umami on the left, that's a falafel burger with tzatziki and pickled onions on the top. It's resting on that beautiful bed of avocado. On the right, this is sort of Italy meets Israel, I guess. It's a falafel pizza. This is beautiful, isn't it? You see that sort of spiralization again going on, those ribbons of squash, but you see Calabrian peppers, you see farro, you see lupini beans.
Asians will soon become the largest immigrant group. The Wall Street Journal reported that in 37 states already, Asian immigrants outnumber Hispanic immigrants.
Continuing love affair with Asian foods. Here is gochujang. In this case, they're fermenting red peppers. It is both sweet and spicy, not too spicy. Come on, an American will eat anything if you tell them that it's barbecued, right? A Japanese cuisine 2.0. It's a crispy ramen patty serving as the bun. You know, a lot of thought here. The chuchao aioli, the chili-infused shredded cabbage, which sounds like their take on kimchi, and then the fresh basil. Do they have heat? Yes, I see heat. Do they have the pickled vegetables? Yes, they absolutely do. Do they have the cilantro? Right, and it's fresh, and it is on a toasted baguette. But what is it that will allow their southeastern diner to take a chance? The pulled pork. We really like our breakfast, and we don't just like it first thing in the morning. I mean, substantial numbers of us continue to love it right through the day, even into the dinner day parts. Ad Age last year said that McDonald's going to all-day breakfast was the biggest food story of 2015. Same-store sales jumped 5.7%. That was the first positive movement they'd had in, gosh, it was 3 years. Can you imagine talking about McDonald's, egg whites, turkey sausage, and kale? We're going to see lots more new product initiatives from McDonald's, and extra points go to Carl's Hardee's because they didn't just do any old pretzel bread, but they collaborated with Auntie Anne. Independent restaurants jumped all over the concept of porridge. Porridge being made from some unexpected ingredients like chia seeds or hemp. So here in New York City is an oatmeal specialist called Oatmeal. It's sweet, it's savory, it's ethnic. Congee is rice porridge. In some parts of Asia, it's also known as juk, but the students are just crazy about it. Breakfast poutine, really? Folks, yeah. Come on. I just want to jump right into that bowl from right off the stage. You've got bacon, you've got eggs, you've got potatoes, and here it all is. But if that's too much for you, take a look at the right. Better for you, it reads as fresh, it reads as green. It's one of the reasons why this segment has been doing so extraordinarily well.